Alright, this video we're basically going to continue what we did in the last. We're going to factor all these into two binomials, and I know I can check it by doing the FOIL method. I'm not going to do it for this, but the main thing is the sum and the product. I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, and 6 because that'll give us a good array of these type of problems here. And what you'll find, if you're good at your times tables, this should be really easy for you. Alright, now the main thing from the last video, this middle coefficient, the coefficient for x, that is the sum. So we want to find two numbers that add up to 7. The last constant, that's the product. So we want to come up with two numbers that multiply to give us 10. Now when we get the setup, I put this into two binomials. I put the two sets of parentheses. Now since this first term's x squared, this is x. So this is what we should get right away. Now since this last sign is a positive and the first sign's a minus, we say it's going to be the same sign of the first. So both of these are going to be negatives in here. So it's going to be x minus, x minus. Alright, so you always get the setup first, which really isn't a whole lot of thinking going on. Then we want to go right to our constant, which is the product. I want to list all the factors for that. So all my factors for 10 are 1 times 10 is 10, and 2 times 5 is 10. Then out of those two pairs, 1 and 10 and the 2 and 5, we ask ourselves which one gives us the sum of this, the 7. Well, clearly 2 plus 5 gives us 7. 1 plus 10 gives us 11. That doesn't work. So I put 2 and I put 5. And it doesn't matter where you put the 2 and the 5 because regardless, both of them are negative. So that's your answer. Now, if you did FOIL this out, you should get exactly what you started with, that x squared minus 7x plus 10. Okay, let's look at number 4. Now let's get the setup. Number 4 right away. First term's going to be x in each because you start out with x squared. Now since this is a plus, I look at this, same sign of the first. Both of these are going to be pluses right there. So I have plus and plus. Now this 5, that's the sum. 6 is the product. So I'll put P for product. So when I list all the factors for 6, it's just 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. Then the main question you're asking yourself, out of 1 and 6 and 2 and 3, which one gives you a sum of 5? Well, clearly 2 and 3 works. 2 plus 3 is 5, so we put 2 and we put 3 in here. And that's our answer. Okay, we move on to number 5. Now number 5, instead of using x squared, we have a squared. So when we do the setup, instead of having x as the first term, we have a as the first term. Okay, then again, I look, this is a positive, so that means it's the same sign of the first. Well, the first sign's a negative, so I'm going to have a minus here and a minus here. So let's put minus, minus. Now, same thing, let's go. Now, this is actually easier. 3 is a prime number, so the only factors are 1 and 3. Well, and that works because 1 and 3, that gives us the sum of 4. So it's just a minus 1, a minus 3. That's it. That's the answer. See, some of these are real easy. The less factors you have, or the less pairs of factors you have for this constant, the easier it's going to be. The more factors you have, then that means the more thinking and the more options you have to kind of go through to see which one works. Okay, number 6. Now since I have d squared, the first term in each is going to be d. Okay, and then, this last one's a positive, so I go same sign of the first. Since this is a minus, I'm going to have d minus and d minus for each. So minus, minus. Now 30, I'm going to have more pairs of factors. I have 1 and 30. 2 goes into it 15 times. 3 goes into it 10 times. See here, 4 doesn't go into it, but 5 goes into it 6 times. So here we have more options. We have 4 pairs. Then we ask ourselves, out of those 4 pairs, which one adds up to give us 11? Well, the one that adds up to give us 11 is this one right here. All the other ones don't add up to 11. So 5 plus 6 is 11, so we have d minus 5 and d minus 6. And that's your answer. So if you know all the factors of the last term, and you can use that using mental math, these should be very, very simple for you. And if you're not sure if your answer is correct and you want to check it by FOILing your answer out. It should equal the trinomial that you started with.